My name is Molly Losh. My research focuses on defining the language and related impairments in Fragile X syndrome and in autism, focusing specifically on defining areas of or profiles of strengths and weaknesses across these different disorders. We're also looking longitudinally to see how these different profiles may change with development, and then focusing on areas of overlap to see whether the language profiles in Fragile X may be similar or different to those in autism. Now, this is an important question because Fragile X is a really heterogeneous disability. So despite individuals who may share the same genetic mutation, from person to person, they can look very different clinically. Our first study is a study of pragmatic language ability of children with Fragile X and children with autism. We also include children with Down syndrome and typically developing children. This is a longitudinal project, so we visit families for over a period of 3 years, once each year, and involvement includes working with a member of our research team, going through language tasks, telling stories, a lot of conversational and social interaction, playing with puzzles, answering questions. Those are the kinds of tasks that the kids do. It's still very early, so the findings are tentative, but in our studies of children, the pragmatic language study, we are finding a profile of pragmatic language use, and by pragmatic language use I mean the social uses of language, so conversation, storytelling, the everyday social uses of language. So we're finding in a good portion of children a profile of pragmatic language use that looks very much like that observed in children with autism, and distinct from those with Fragile X who don't show any symptoms of autism. Is important for really understanding the causes, the nature of these impairments and their underlying causes. This is related to intervention efforts, so we hope that our findings will inform intervention development by providing a more tailored or information that can help to develop more tailored approaches to individuals who may have language difficulties that stem from very different causes. Our family study projects include parents and sometimes siblings of people with Fragile X and people with autism, and the assessments also can take place in the home or in our laboratories on campus. The tasks involve a lot of conversational interaction, some playing with words, so you'll be asked questions about a sentence and asked to finish it, that sort of thing. And then a lot of tasks that are computer-based, so looking at images and making judgments about them. And it takes generally about an hour to get through the tasks, and our interviews can range just depending upon how much we talk about. In our family studies, we're also finding evidence of a very subtle profile among relatives of people with Fragile X syndrome that looks similar to that which we've previously documented among relatives of people with autism. And this is exciting because we think that this is potentially a genetically meaningful profile that may be linked to this candidate gene.